Okay there, singing world. This video will offer Italian pronunciation help for the aria A non credea from La Sonnambula by Bellini. We will explore the tips and tricks to help you sing this aria without accent and also discuss the proper open and closed vowels and other non-phonetic things such as phrasal doubling and assimilation. Before we do that, please direct your attention to the description of this video below. You'll have the whole text written out with the non-phonetic things, the open vowels, the phrasal doubling, and the assimilation. Besides that, there are various links to my websites, my Facebook fan page. Please give me a like if you have a moment. Also, there's a link to the pronunciation dictionary on the RAI site. You may follow that link below, or you may type into search engine RAIDOP or RAI Dizionario, that's RAI Dizionario. When you go to the site, you can type in any word, do a search for any word, and it will come up with a playback button. You can hear the word pronounced by a native Italian speaker. It also tells you the open and closed vowels. The best thing about it, which I love, is that it acknowledges the existence of non-phonetic Italian, phrasal doubling, and assimilation. And if you don't understand those terms or you're confused a little bit about the rules of those things, by the end of this video, you should be an expert. So what we will do is we will go through the text one word at a time, discuss everything in each word, all the tips to get rid of your accent, and also all of the common mistakes that I would hear in an audition or in performance. So let's begin. So right from the beginning, we'll go line by line. I mean, we'll go word by word first, and then line by line. Okay, so this is an interjection, and most interjections are strong monosyllables. So a strong monosyllable is a one-syllable word that will cause the next word, if it starts with a consonant, to double. And is one of these words. So if you notice, I've printed out nnon with a double N, right? So A in Italian is always never harmonizes, first of all. And then the next word, nnon, is non with a closed O. So closed O is the phonetic O, and then there's a non-phonetic O that's an open O that is like AW, aw. Okay, and we'll come across that later in the aria. So the first three words you would say with the phrasal doubling would be a non credea. So if you notice, it's just very slight. So to make a double N, I hold the tongue in the N position and I phonate like that. A non credea. Just a little bit, not too much, not an, right? Just a non credea. A non credea is not as good, right? See, a non credea, just a little bit. Okay, going on. Here we have the phonetic E, which is closed, which makes the A sound, as in hey, and both of these E's in this word are credea. So E can either make an A sound or an S sound. When you see the S sound, as in the next line, pprɛsto, it's with the Greek-looking E with the rounded edges, and then just printed E as A when I've written out the text. So this one is credea. So it's closed and closed. Couple things in this word. Number one, there's a rolled R. So let's go over the rule for rolled R and flipped R. When an R touches a consonant, it rolls. So this R touches a C, right? So credea, right? There's a single D also, right? A mistake I hear in this word is credea, where you stop. If you stop phonation, that will make a double D. Credea, like that, right? Credea. So you want that word to flow, single D, rolled R. Okay, the other thing is the K sound, the initial K sound, right? In English, we can go K with air through it. I've also heard credea, no, right? Also, the D could be dea with air through it. I'm exaggerating this, right? I know you don't do it this badly, but that's another thing we should watch out for. So our consonants all come in pairs. There are voiced and unvoiced. We know that the Italian unvoiced consonants are very close to the voice. I will go through that in detail also, right? So the initial sound is K, right? K, k, right? Unvoiced. The other the pair that it goes with is a G, G, right? So g. So if you were to say credea, credea, you will notice that the Italian unvoiced K is very close to G, except for we recognize it as K, right? So it's not really unvoiced, but like g, credea. Okay, so that would also help you in singing. Let's go on, because we have both a rolled R and a flipped R in this word, mirarti. So if you notice, the first R is flipped and the second R is rolled. So we know that the second R is rolled because it touches a consonant. The first R is flipped because it's surrounded by vowels. So here is our rule for rolled and flipped R. If an R is surrounded by vowels, it is flipped. If it touches a consonant, it rolls. So I've heard a lot, mirarti, right? It's very hard to get the coordination to flip one, roll the other. Mirarti. It's easy to do if you just think about that a double consonant is actually a place where you stop in Italian, right? Even though the forward motion continues, the vowels stop, right? Mirarti. And you linger. While you're lingering on the R while you stop on the vowel. Okay, going on. C is another strong monosyllable. So you would say si pprɛsto, si pprɛsto. Okay, now a couple things in the word pprɛsto. First of all, you have a rolled R. You have a stressed E that is open, right? So it's as in head, right? And then a closed O at the end. So pprɛsto. Now, if I speak, I can say presto with a hissed S like that. You see? Presto, right? When you sing, you have to separate. For lyric diction, it's different than spoken Italian. You have to say presto. Now, it's not going to have that space, but if you practice with the space, presto, presto. So the S is completely on the second note, not the first note, right? Not presto. And that's the difference, right? If I slowed down spoken Italian, you'd have that S hissing, which is exactly like spoken Italian. So this is a difference for lyric Italian. So si presto. Now let's talk about the double P. The double P results from a stop in phonation, not me doing two P's, right? Watch again. Si presto. So how do I do that? I have a long E vowel before si, right? I stop phonation. Si, I go up to the P and then I don't say it. Si presto, and then I say it. And that makes the double P. Now the force of the space is what gives us the double consonant, not the force of the consonant. Si presto. Okay, so that's how we do an expert double P. Let's go on. Estinto. So both the E and the O are on the non-accented syllable of this word, right? So if you think about it, right, the accent is on the E. Estinto, right? E, it's on the E, right? So let's talk about stressed and unstressed E's and O's. So the good news is all E's and O's that fall on a syllable that is not accented are closed. So both this E and this O do not fall on the stress, right? We said the stress is the E. Estinto, right? Not astinto, right? They're not open, they're closed. Okay, so that's the good news, is all of the unstressed vowels are closed, right? The bad news is the stressed vowels can either be open or closed, and we have to memorize them. Okay, so we will only be worrying about the stressed vowels, and then we memorize whether they're open or closed. So again, we have the S rule in this, right? Estinto. Now look at what happens to the N. The N doubles because it touches a consonant. So N's follow the same rule except for the N is going to precede the next consonant. It's going to harmonize. It's going to assimilate to the next consonant. So we're going to say to. The N goes right up to the N and it phonates. It's held in phonation. Estinto. Okay, good. So let's go on. O, the interjection can either be open or closed, And in this case, it is, again, it's a monosyllable, a strong monosyllable. It doubles the F. Ffiore. Okay, so ffiore has a flipped R, and it has two closed vowels. The O and the E are closed. Now, the O is on the stress, so we have to memorize that that's a closed O. The E is on the unstressed, so we know automatically it's closed. So ffiore. Notice that the I is a semivowel, right? So some I's are pronounced when you have two vowels together, and some are semivowels. Look 3 lines down to Potrìa, and see, this is how I've designated that that's a real vowel, right? Potrìa. It's not Potrìa, right? And sometimes you'll see that combination, and it will be that. And that's another thing that's not always written out phonetically in Italian, and you have to memorize by word or by the verb tense. Okay, so this is a good way to mark your score that I would not be a semivowel. Okay, so we know that ffiore is a semivowel. O ffiore. See how we do double F? O ffiore, o ffiore, o ffiore, o ffiore. So double F. We stop on the F a little bit. Okay, going on. Passasti. This is such a dangerous word in the theater, because when you speak, you can say passasti. See, passasti. Lots of hissing. Now, if I slowed that down for singing, and I did it exactly as speech, I would get passasti. You see? And you cannot sing that way. So you have to practice. Passasti. Each note, the first note is pa, the second note is sa, the third note sti. Passasti. Okay? Going on. Al par. So final R, this is the last R we haven't talked about. So final R, if the next word starts with a consonant, it's going to roll. Or if it's the final thing you say, it's going to roll. The next word starts with a vowel. That R will now be surrounded by vowels, so it will flip. This one, par d'amore. So it rolls and it goes into the next word. So let's talk about amore, the word for love. It has a closed O. It rhymes with fiore in this case. The stressed O is all we worry about, whether it's open or closed, and we're going to memorize that that's closed. The last E is closed. Okay. Now, common mistakes in this word: you double the M or you roll the R, right? Either one of those would not be an option. Amore, I hear. So let's talk about M, how it doubles. M doubles is one of the consonants that doubles by staying in the position while you phonate, right? So if I hold my lips while I phonate, I have double M. That's all I need. If I don't allow that to happen, it's single M. Amore, see? Aoe. So what happens is the vowels go aoe, amore. So we have our single consonants. It's the same feeling as letting the vowels go. Again, I could go really softly and hold phonation on the M, and somebody will say I'm doubling the M. Amore, see? All I have to do is go for just a millisecond. It's double M. Okay, closed O, rolled R, and we know that the unstressed E is closed. Let's go on. K. This is a strong monosyllable, but notice that the next thing is a vowel, so there's nothing to double. Un, UN, giorno, another closed O on a stress, right? It's more common for a vowel to be open on a stress, but we seem to be getting all stressed vowels with closed, right? Giorno. So the I again is a semivowel, and it's a different kind of semivowel this time. This semivowel is a disappearing one. It's just there to make the G-O would be go. It's just there to make the G soft in this case. So G-I is jo, right? So giorno. So let's do what I call the purity test. Now here's another thing, right? We tend to harmonize vowels in English, right? So when we say things, we always have a glide. Our jaw is moving through our vowels like that, right? Italians don't do that, right? So the purity test is just to take the vowels, right? So especially when we have two vowels in a row, we tend to neutralize one of them. Here's a good word for this. O, 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 O. right? So we're not going to go O, right? We're going to go O. And we're not going to let the R turn the O into R. Jor, right? Giorno. So if you catch yourself harmonizing the vowel, just go back to the two vowels. Going on. Solo is the full word. Sol. Right? So I think it's in both forms in the aria, right? So solo, sol. Both of those are all closed O's. Now, durɔ is the past tense, the once upon a time tense, and when you have this final O with an accent, it's open. So it's durɔ, right? O. Okay, and we have a flipped R. Let's go on. Potrìa. So notice that in Italian you don't neutralize the final A. A is always A, and we tend to sing Potrìa, like America, right? Italian, it would be America, right? Potrìa. So notice that the accent is also on the E. The R rolls because it touches a T, and the O is in the unstressed position, so it is closed O. Novello, novɛl is a shorter version, right? It's open E. Notice also that the O is closed. Notice also what happens to the L as we go up to vigore, we go up to the V. The L will double and will be held in phonation, right? So novɛl vigore. So ore, vigore, a lot of nouns that end in ore, like professore, it's closed. So that's one formula we can learn, right? Vigore, flipped R because it's surrounded by vowels, and a single G. Right? We could easily go vigore, right? That's make a double G where it doesn't belong. Going on, il pianto. So notice we have a held L and a held N in phonation. Pianto, il pianto. You see, the I is a semivowel, and then the O is closed. Mmio. The O is closed. Possessive pronouns tuo, mio. They have the first vowel is accented, and the second vowel kind of drops off as a semivowel, but it's not neutralized. Recarti. Okay, so this R, when I started the word, I kind of roll it, but in between mio, it's going to flip because it's going to be surrounded by vowels, right? The second R in the word touches the T, so it's rolled. Recarti. Notice that the E is unstressed, so it's closed E. Now, ma is a strong monosyllable, so normally the first R of rravvivar would not roll because it's surrounded by vowels, but ma is a strong monosyllable, so this makes an exception. So you can roll all the R's in this word, but make sure you get the double V too. Rravvivar. Now let's talk about double V and double B because they're a little dangerous. Rravvivar. See how I did it? I did not go rravvivar as I would do with the T. I didn't stop phonation. I just held the V just slightly in phonation. Rravvivar. Rravvivar. That's it. Okay? So you watch the bottom lip, right? So, think about tutto, right? See, that stops phonation, a double T. Tutto, stop, right? Rravvivar, you can't do it too much. Rravvivar, just enough to make it spicy. Okay, we've already had l'amore, we've already had il pianto mio. Okay, so now we have an interesting combination of words because you have nno, right? Nno, right? So AH is an interjection, right? NO is open, right? NON is closed, right? So NO for no, not, right? NON for not, or when you're negating something, it's closed, right? So look at how the doubling comes down here, right? So you have nno, right? Open. The doubles the N, right? So, and the O is open, right? So if you say ano, that means anus, right? But anno means no. Anno means year. So you have the same vowel consonant combination, differing accents in the different doublings change the meaning of the word. So doublings are very important in Italian. So now going on, you have nnon, and if you notice, I put a symbol there, right? That looks like an M, right? So the next word is può, right? So puo is open. Now notice I'm going to, if I make a P, my lips come together, right? Può. So the N, the final N of that, of nnon, is going to assimilate into the P. Now watch when I say the two words together. Non può. What happened? Watch again. Non può. Right? So if you know that the N changes kind of to an M, but it disappears, right? So now there are 3 ways to do this, and 2 are not as nice as the one I just did. Okay? So say I did put the N inside my mouth, and I'm trying to sing legato, right? And I'm insisting on the N. Here's what I have to do. I have to do non può. So I have to release the tongue. Non può. I could do that. It's complicated, right? Non può. Most likely that's what's going to happen. My tongue's going to release. In my effort to sing legato, I'm going to have a shadow vowel. And then I bring my lips together and make the P, right? So this one's better. The one that Italians don't think about when they speak. They just say non può. You see? It just goes on the lips. Non può. Okay, so you can still do this right and do it wrong, because if you held the phonation on the lips too long, non può, which is actually what we do in slow motion. It's just it goes by so fast nobody should notice. Non può. But if you go non può, it's going to be weird. It's going to be exaggerated. Okay, so that's that first N assimilation, the one where N before a P or an M. So if you said immano, see, before an M, the N assimilates to an M. D'un padre before a P, right? An M and a P. Both of those is where the whole reason for that is that your lips come together for the next consonant. So that's what makes an N assimilation, is that N is going to harmonize to the following consonant. Okay, and we'll go through as we see others. So now we have the cabaletta. So we already know that a is a strong monosyllable, so it causes that doubling, right? So nnon, nnon giunge. So it's just a little bit, right? Because you have very little time. Nnon giunge. So giunge, giunge. Again, the N is going to sing, right? And the E is in the unstressed position, so it's closed, right? Notice that the I is again one of those disappearing semivowels, just there to make the G soft. Now E is a soft vowel, so GE is J. To make it hard, it would be GHE, gay, right? Giunge. Okay, so now here we have that N assimilation again, right? So this presents a bunch of choices, because there are a bunch of ways to do this right. You could do the N, right? So if you're stopping and you're not singing completely legato, you say umaň, pensiɛro, you can do N. If you do with a connection, umaň, pensiɛro, see, it's a little awkward, right? But you can do umaň, pensiɛro. If you do the N, you just stop for a second, and it's not weird, right? And there's not going to be a shadow vowel. Umaň, pensiɛro. The other thing you can do is go up to the P and the M and just stop and don't say it. Umaň, pensiɛro. Umaň, pensiɛro. Like that. See, it's going to be really fast. So there are several choices. And, you know, the best musician will always come out on top on something like this. But you have to have that sense of the detail. Right? So again, you could say the N, you just stop, or you can go up to it, right? But again, this is really tough to go. If you do umahmen pensiɛro, oh no, don't do that, right? Umahmen pensiɛro, umahmen pensiɛro. Both are valid. It's just how graceful you are with it. Okay, going on. Most stressed vowels that are preceded by a semivowel usually open, and this word is not an exception. So siaro, right, is open E, and then the first one is pe. Pensiɛro. Pensiɛro is how you do it. Yeah, purity test, right? Pensiɛro. Going on. Al contɛnto. Okay, so this E is a stressed and it's open. Contɛnto. A lot of words with ENT are closed, but this one does not, right? Contɛnto. Onde is short for donde, modern Italian where, right? Onde. Ond'io, very poetic. Ond'io. All right, not ond'io, not a double D. Ond'io. And here we have again the same N assimilation. Son piana. Very natural, not calling attention to itself. The semivowel again opens the E. See? Piana. Now, we tend to avoid open vowels before a single consonant, especially single N. Why? Because we love to double the N, right? So it's very hard for us as Americans to say piana, not say pienna, right? Piana, right? So remember, double N again, you hold the N phonation, double N, pienna, no, piana. Okay, going on. A is a strong monosyllable. Mmiɛi. Very little double M, right? Mmiɛi. Just enough to make it spicy. Again, you don't want too much, right? Notice mmiɛi. It's an open E surrounded by semivowels, right? Mmiɛi. Now, let's talk about semivowels for a second. E, especially the E semivowel, right? We tend to do it as Y. So if think about like yoke or something in English, right? Yo. Italian would say yo. You see the difference? It starts from the E position. What makes it a semivowel is that it disappears. It's so fast. Yo, yay, mmiɛi. And you see what happens? You have lots of resonance. So don't sing like yo, right? Mmiɛi. Okay, going on. Sɛnsi, open E on the stress. Io, right? So io is the word for I, and it's two separate vowels, right? Not like Spanish. Yo, io. Credere, credo. Every single form of this verb is a closed E, to believe. Credo. Notice that the R rolls because it touches a consonant. Appena. Notice my double P. Appena. So it's just a stop, right? And it's not two P's. Long vowel. I go up to the P. I don't say it. Appena. Tu is a strong monosyllable. We haven't had any weak monosyllables in this. Oh, we have one coming up. Chi. That's a weak monosyllable. So tu m'affida. So notice there's a double M and there's a double F. Tu m'affida and a single D, right? So after all of these doubles, it's really easy to go tu m'affida and do a double D, right? Along with all the other doubles, right? Tu m'affida. So how do I get rid of the double D? I elongate the E, right? We have already had O as a strong monosyllable, o mmio. Now, tesoro follows the same rule of the stressed vowel is now open, the unstressed is closed. Tesoro. Tesor. And this final R will be rolled. Going on. Mia braccia. So here we have a bunch of double consonants, right? The is a strong monosyllable. It's going to double the mi. Oh, mi is also a strong, weak monosyllable, but nothing happens because the next word starts with a vowel. Double B. Let's talk about double B, right? We tend to overdo double B. So we do appena. And we actually over double the C too, right? So double B does not stop phonation. So babino, you see, not babino, babino, bab. That's it, right? It's that the lips come together and there's a slight phonation, and then that's it. Babino, okay? Not babino. Now, braccia. If we did that in slow motion for singing, you see what happens again. It's the long vowel before the vowel stops phonation. You go up to ch, but you don't say it. Braccia, 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 not braccia. See, that's what I'm getting at. The ah doesn't get cut. So mia braccia, and that's kind of like what the contour of the melody is, right? Brr, the brr, mia braccia. Okay, going on. A is the word for and it is closed. We haven't had the word for is in this aria, but that would be open. A. Both are a single E, right? So e sempre. Notice that I hiss the S for double S. E sempre. Notice that the M phonates into the P. E sempre. And the R rolls. Insieme. Insieme. This is very easy to double the M in this word, right? And we've already gone over the difference, right? But I hear insieme a lot. Sempre again. Uniti. Here we have a good harmonization, non-harmonization test. The two E's, E, right? Uniti. In una. All single consonants. Spame. You'll see this word in two forms in a libretto. You'll also see spane. It's the same word, right? One's more antiquated than the next. Spame. You're going to either be with an M or an N. Open E, closed E at the end. Open E on the stress. Spame. Going on. Della. Okay, closed E on a stress. Della. Notice the double L. I hold the L in phonation. Della, one L. Della. It's that simple, right? Terra, double R is definitely rolled. Open E on the stress. In cui, right? The accent is on the U. In cui, and it's up here, right? Viviamo, right? So the semivowel again is from the E position. Viviamo. So now here we have a weak monosyllable, chi. So some monosyllables do not double. And as you see in this aria, that monosyllables that double are more common than ones that don't. So you can count the ones that don't on probably two hands. For a list of all these, it's actually written in a book. If you have Evelina Colorni's Singer's Italian, look at about 5 pages from the end. She lists all the strong monosyllables and all the weak monosyllables, and also the double syllables that cause phrasal doubling. So that's a good book to have. One of these days, I will do a video on the monosyllables, and I'll put it in my description box, and we'll go through them all. So ci formiamo. So here, the R often harmonizes the O. So I hear a lot of open O where this is closed. Why do we know this is closed? Well, it's because the stress is on the A, right? Formiamo, right? That's where we're going. So both O's in this word are closed. And gets to the last point that you will see in the diction books that these are written as open, right? On the unstressed. Even Colorni did this. And Colorni has a little discussion about the controversy over open and closed vowels on the endings. What happened was when Italians started to record at the beginning of the 20th century, people noticed that they tended to open up the closed vowels when they sing, right? So spoken A and O kind of went to the shouted position a little bit. A, oh, right? And no means where they open. It's just that they were opened. So we, knowing that they're all closed by writing open vowels at the end, see, that's what happened. And then I believe it got exaggerated, right? So I've had a lot of success persuading singers who have seen the diction books, taking them literally and started to sing all the endings open. Persuading them to sing them closed has always resulted in easier, better singing. So if you're opening them, I persuade you strongly to close them, always without closing your voice down, singing with your beautiful technique. Okay? So in this word, formiamo, going on, we've had cial. So here's an interesting, right? The N goes right up to the ch, where the position is, cial, right? So cielo is heaven or sky. Cello is the string instrument. See, double L, single L. Oh, notice also there's the I makes the C soft, right? So that kind of disappearing semivowel, cial, right? So an open E. And then we've already had amore, closed O, d'amore, d'amor. So notice when you have the full form of amore, the R is flipped. And now in this word, it's truncated, so the R will roll, d'amor. So now let's read entire lines, looking for the arc of the poetry. And I'm always saying that when you sing long phrases, everybody's in the quest of long phrases, especially in a bel canto aria, right? So when you're looking for a long phrase, not only does your breath and your legato make a long phrase, but your mind finding the rhymes. Okay, so when you're looking at this, looking at it outside of your score as a piece of poetry, you will see every time there's a period, that's the end of a rhyme, and that's actually how long your phrase is. Having rests has nothing to do with a long phrase, so you need to carry across to the first period in the phrase. So let's go on. Let's do it. Non credea mirarti, si prest estinto ffiore, passasti al par d'amore, che un giorno sol durò. Potrìa novɛl vigore, il pianto mmio recarti, ma rravvivar l'amore, il pianto mio non può. Notice that the nno is just sort of a deflection of the rhyme. It doesn't really belong there. It was added. Okay, going on. Non giunge umaỳ pensiɛro, al contɛnto ond'io son piɛna, mmiɛi sɛnsi io credo appena, tu m'affido mio tesɔr. Mi abbraccia sempre insieme, sempre uniti in una speme, della terra in cui viviamo, ci formiamo un ciel d'amor. Now, when you notice, I just did the very most sing-song rhyme. This is what you're going for. The music breaks this rhyme, right? So if you would just practice it this way with the sing-song and then fight for the rhyme when you sing, you should notice a huge difference in your long phrases while you're singing this. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe. Please like this video. Please share with your friends. And as always, feel free to comment, leave me suggestions or requests. And as always, don't forget to see your coach. And we will see you on stage at the opera.